Let's do a quick recap of how our fantasy basketball teams fared in last week's action. Coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello, sport fans. Welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. We're going to do a quick little recap on how our teams did last week. We'll do the top 3 players from our squad versus the top 3 players on their squad, and I'll give you the result for each of the teams that we had here. So first up, our recap here for the head-to-head. Our first team, we had Tatum, Brown, and Hero. Those were our 3 best players for that week, and we were going up against Ja, Anthony Edwards, and Vucevic. We came out ahead there. The result for that week, 7-2. Next up, we had Ja, Dame Dollar, Lauri Markkanen, who's been a surprise to start the season, and going up against LeBron, Ice Trey, and Jalen Green. We won that week there as well, 5-4. Up next, we had Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, and Nikola Vucevic going up against James Harden, Anthony Davis, and Lauri Markkanen. We got smoked in that week here on that league. We lost 8-1. Up next, Ja Morant makes another appearance. De'Aaron Fox, Joel Embiid versus Pascal, DeMar DeRozan, and John Collins. We eked out that week. We won 5-4. Ja Morant, Pascal Siakam, Keldon Johnson was up next here for our team against Donovan Mitchell, Joel Embiid, and Bogdan Bogdanovic. Couldn't pick up the win in this week. We lost 7-2. And our final head-to-head recap team here, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, John Collins versus Steph Curry, Bradley Beal, and MPJ. We came out ahead in that week there, 5-4. Now, although we ended up winning 4 out of the 6 weeks here for the squad, our 2 weeks that we lost hard. So the total that we had, if we were to look at all 6 teams together and combine all their wins and losses for their categories for the week, we ended up at 25 and 29. So I would say that we are still off to a pretty slow start here for the year, for the first week, for our head-to-head teams. Now let's move over to our points league. Our top 3 players here so far: Ja Morant, Giannis, and Tyler Hero. That put us ahead in field goal percentage categories. We are, I believe, 3rd in points, 5th in 3-pointers made. And we are hurting in assists, steals, and turnovers, so we got to figure out a way to work on those here as the season progresses. That ends us up in 5th place so far with 64.5 points. We are back of the leader by 13.5 points there as well. Now, one thing of note, though, we've got the 8th most games played, and we are currently keeping pace with the maximum games played that we can get per position. We can only play 82 games per season for each of our positions. So it looks like everybody who is ahead of our team here has more games played. So we should be able to, if we keep pace, that is, we should be able to catch up to them before the season concludes. And last but not least, we have our paid league here. We were going up against It's On Like Doncic Kong. We went to battle with Mitchell, Embiid, and Halliburton, placing our top 3 there for the week. And we were going up against Doncic, Vucevic, and Jakob Poeltl were his top 3. Now, Doncic Kong, so hard to say, did really well, had a really well-rounded week here, and they ended up beating us pretty handily, 7-2. So that puts us near the bottom of the pack here after week 1 in our paid league. Now, of course, this is really early. I'm not too focused in on first week results. It kind of gives me an idea of how I want to set up my team going forward. So I expect that we'll be able to pick up on the losses from last week and put up strong performances here going forward. We shall see. But that's going to do it here for this episode. Real quick, I hope you guys enjoyed it here. Leave a like on the video if this is something that you like to see. We'll do one of these here every week, so that way you guys can keep track to see how well we are doing here in our leagues. We are going to sign off for now, but we will catch you guys on our next episode.